Oh, you don't want to scrap. Yeah, don't. Why would you do that? No, all yours.
Is it recording?
Yeah.
Because I just like that you're sitting.
Ambassador face on.
Yeah. Okay, guys. We only have an hour and a half because we have our big team meeting then. So we're gonna try and cover quite a bit in a short amount of time. If anybody wants to order, feel free, but we're not gonna stop. So, just start here.
Yeah. Yeah, and first off, I do want to say this. I know some of you guys are new for the first time here, like at a
Yeah, there's some new things.
Who are new at the meeting for the first time?
Quite a few, I think, out new and some that are new.
Yeah.
Which is exciting.
So I think this is important too for you guys to know, like, you guys all need to be able to, whether you're watching and seeing people here or you're seeing, this is the group to reach out to too. You know, when you're having
And you should give yourselves each a pat on the back. This is an elite group, so feel very privileged to be here, and we're proud of each of you for this. So, how many of those questions here? Can you real quick raise your hand if you are new? Okay. Say your name. Are we and you should give yourself each a pat on the back.
Yes.
No, we're just very delayed. Oh, you did.
And I think it's at like a 2-minute delay on.
I know why.
Hold on, guys. Why do you not?
Okay.
Now we're good.
It was open.
Yeah, my YouTube channel is open.
Okay. All right. So, for those of you that don't know, November 1st, should be pretty exciting. We have a new product line coming out. What that line may be, like, we don't know.
We really legitimately don't. I don't have people who are like, no, really, like, you know, like, I'm like, no, I
But it's
It's
something that's
available
gonna be
in all
open in all
countries.
markets.
So, which leads me to believe it's not a supplement. It's not anything like that.
I have a feeling of what it could be.
Do you?
I mean, I'll throw it out there. Just, I don't know if it is. Okay, so he keeps saying drip,
I thought so.
Yes.
and
Yeah.
so I think it's a shampoo and conditioner.
I can see that. Like,
Yes.
skincare.
Like I think it's gonna be like
Body
hair, like
body care.
yeah, like it's gonna be like either a body scrub,
That's
or
what I was
shampoo,
thinking, too.
or like you know. That's my guess.
Something that drips.
Shower gel.
Yeah.
And shampoo. I can see that.
And like a drip shower. My guess. I don't know.
So yeah, November 1st, new product line. I could also see a new promotion coming out, November 1st, early November. I know for sure we'll see early this year our Christmas packs. They waited a little late last year for those to come out, so those will be coming out. So we as leaders need to really pump up our teams, get them really excited for November 1st, get them really excited to finish the year strong. So just, I mean, every other day we chatting with them. Oh my God, November 1st, it's not that far away. We're really excited. We got this new product coming out. Any other ideas like what we can do to kind of pump them up for as far as product and promotion?
I think right now, okay, so we know November 1st is gonna be a whole new product line, so we really need to focus on WOW right now. Because there's gonna be something else that's gonna kind of get exciting, and we don't want that to get lost in the mix. And I'll tell you, if anyone has tried the WOW or has the WOW,
Holy cow.
oh my God. It's insane.
Wow.
Like,
I'm waiting on
my mom has never worked in this business, like, ever, and she's a distributor, and she's like, okay, I need 2 packages, I'm gonna hand them out to everyone at work. I'm like, it is insane.
Like, I don't think people truly realize like what this can do for business, this product.
So here's an idea. This is what I'm doing. For Halloween, I'm handing out samples of WOW with my Blitz card. I know it can get kind of pricey, but I just know that it'll definitely make a huge impact. And we are like the second house at the end of the street, so we get everybody. And I think that it would be a really good marketing tool.
I have a quick question about that. So I love it. I used it once and it's huge difference. Okay, but how do you get the right amount where it doesn't turn white? Because when I use it,
Little bit.
Just kind of play around.
Or
Um,
lip and
because
eye.
I've never,
okay.
yeah, I've is Tyson, and he did. So you don't need much at all.
Do you think one packet could actually be 2 uses?
Yes.
And I do one packet and I do my entire face.
I do my
That's what
entire
it's
face
for.
and get
One
2.
pack is for your entire face, but
Oh.
yeah, like I will do a half a pack and save it for the next day.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was using the whole packet.
One
Yeah.
pack.
Boy, I was good, straight, but.
But you're white.
Yeah.
How often can you use that as well?
Daily.
But not, you should not use one.
I would just use it in the morning, so that way it lasts you all throughout the
If
day.
you say you did it in the morning to say
Were they over
you're
here?
going out that evening, you could refresh it up.
Okay.
I had one. You had, okay.
So
Because there's plenty in the package to
Yeah.
be able to do that.
Yeah.
I had a
Rub it.
question about you.
Go ahead.
I had a question about using it like twice. I just went and got some honey because I didn't have any. And she's like, don't squeeze it because that activates it.
Yes.
Does that,
Just
if you
massage
save half of it for the next day, does it matter? It'll still be.
I would think so.
Yeah, I would just think activated skin.
Just kind of massage it a little bit.
And I learned too, I was putting it on and I'm one like when I do my foundation, I like put it and then I rub it in. You can't do that with this because I was like putting it here and here and then I was going and it would start to
Yeah.
dry out.
Yeah,
It
you
dries
guys,
so fast.
one area at a time.
So I've learned like I'll do my forehead and then I kind of move down and do my eyes. And kind of like, so there is kind of a learning process with it because it's just so different.
And then tell your loyals not to use too much because then they're like, well, I'm all white, so you kind of gotta educate them too.
Right, for sure.
Yeah, so definitely just be focusing on WOW now, just because I think November 1st, we're gonna,
I think what I'm gonna do, my loyal customers that have been a loyal customer for a long time, I'm gonna send them like a personalized thank you note for just being a loyal customer and then include,
it's a good idea.
And that would be great, yeah, and in that you could say, and what, I'll be keeping you updated because we're gonna have some great holiday packs coming. You know,
That are
we've
highly
got a new,
discounted.
we've got a new
Right.
product line and some great holiday packs that are coming. I'll be in touch with you.
I have a question. So I wasn't doing this since May. So what usually is in like the holiday package?
They change every year.
Okay.
Last
Last year they had a skincare one.
Yeah.
So it included the new peel, the cleanser, and moisturizer.
There was the ThermoFit Fat Fighters.
Yeah.
The
and
greens,
that one has
Rest,
been
fine
there
gel.
ever.
greens and comfions are like a stress-free holiday one.
But I think the
Jolly Holly
ThermoFit,
Detox or, something.
yeah, I think the ThermoFit fat fighters have been since because I
Yeah,
remember
I
I
think that's pretty
joined
well every year.
and I think that's what I signed my mom, like my first loyal was the Thermo fat fighter.
So I think, yeah, those will be coming early November too. So Christmas packs, new product line, hopefully a new promotion. Probably some countries getting released throughout the rest of the year yet. So we got a lot to look forward to. So us as leaders just really need to be relaying that to our teams and getting them kind of pumped up for it. Something else, like we have a little more than 60 days left until the end of the year. So us as leaders, like I don't know what everybody else is doing, but I myself am completely transforming my business and what I'm doing every single day starting November 1st. Myself. I have a list of things that I have got to do every single day. And I'm gonna help put that into my teams as well. I'm letting them know. But I know a couple of girls I've suggested to do burst for their team. So it would be a good idea for each of you to go to your teams and say, hey, are you willing to do a 60-day challenge? Let's come together and let's really focus on promoting our business and finishing the year strong. So we start 2016 even stronger. So a good 60-day challenge with your teams would be a great idea.
And that 6-day challenge may be today I'm gonna blitz 5 people and take a picture of it and you make your own group page or today I'm going to, whatever, you can kind of come up and we can always throw around ideas on the Let's Say Leadership.
One from last year will still be there.
It is actually.
So we can pull that up, so we need to pull that up and we can share it on Let's Say Leadership, so it's a guide for it.
Yeah.
And sometimes I think even if you feel like, I'm Ruby and I've got 3 people who are really working it, but 2 who really aren't, then go in with someone else. Go with the sideline and say, let's do this, and I'll post one day, you post one day. And our
But
teams.
in the past, I've noticed when you say you do have 3 that are working and 2 that aren't, when you offer them, say, hey, I'm going to be focusing on you. Are you all willing to work with me? Let's work really hard for the rest of the year. Those 2 that aren't working will get in.
Yeah.
They'll
Yeah,
work
because
in.
like I'm doing a burst and I reached out to people that are like not really working and surprisingly like they're doing the burst.
Oh, right, yes.
it kind of pulls them back in.
Yeah, I put it out on my team page, that I was gonna start doing this first, I just kind of try to see who was interested. Also, just to kind of see who were interested that were working it. And I was really shocked by the amount of people that came out that said they wanted to go ahead and do this. Like, made me really happy, you know? You just never know who's wanting that extra.
Right.
I mean, it gets to a point where it's really hard. I mean, I talked about this last time, to like, kind of micromanage every single little, you know, thing, and there's a bunch of them. No, here, you know what, there's a spot.
I can move.
Here. Yeah, there's two, and right here with the baby.
I'm not gonna lie, I was leaving.
How are you guys? Yeah, no, you can take that. No, we're just filming from here, so that's why there's those two back there too.
I want to stay in the back.
Okay, so here's my question on the verse, and this is as much for you guys as it is for you. So what do you think that we would have a better turnout? I hadn't thought about this. Do you think it's better with the smaller teams, where like each Diamonds and Rubies are doing their own verse, or do you think it's better to do one big one? Or do you think there's like,
So it helps, I think, connect you even more with your own.
okay, I like that. That's just what, yeah, I'm just talking out loud as I'm thinking.
So, but I think it is a really good idea. Just figure out, like, sit back and look at your business and what you're doing for your business and think about how you can up it 10 times more for 60 days. 60 days, guys. We can each change, completely transform your business in 60 days. So figure out what you can do every single day and take that back to your teams. Like I myself, I have a list of everything that I have to do for 60 days. So just kind of figure out what you can do. Also want to talk about how to be the best leader for your teams and just some different ideas that you can do. I think one of the biggest things we can do as a leader is just to encourage, not to instruct, not to.
Because that will turn people away. We signed up in this business not to have a boss.
Exactly.
Get rid of our bosses. We don't want a boss.
Yes, Miss Jess.
How do you address that to someone who might be doing that too?
Where you feel they're being a boss?
That's a hard one.
It's hard.
They're
And they're hurting the
messing
business.
their downline, and I don't know how to.
Jay feels the same way. I feel the same way, bud.
Yeah.
It's hard because, I mean,
I would just remind them, remember, like, a lot of these people aren't going like that. You may respond to someone emailing you and being on top of you about this or that, but I don't know if your team will. Remember that people are getting this not to have a boss.
And I think this is where like the different personality colors comes in handy because like somebody might want somebody to like tell them what to do, whereas like somebody else might not.
right,
So I
you
think
kind of gotta
maybe
get that
remind
feel.
that person of the different personality colors, like you gotta treat this person differently than you treat this person.
Yeah, because that's so true. Because I'm one of those that I don't ever want to be anyone's boss because I don't want anyone to be my boss.
Right.
But sometimes I can do that to a fault too, where I think that they're all okay. And they don't want me to step in. And then sometimes I'm like, well, maybe I should. Because, you know what I mean? So don't take all of it. You know what I mean? Just reminder. There can be good and there can be good and bad to it. Because like I said, that is my major fault as leaders. I like a boss, so I want to be
Right.
So
And I think
that's probably one of the hardest
Also
things.
reminding them that one of the best things we can do as a leader is to show them the type of person we want on our team, is to actually do those things that we want on their team. And then seeing that is going to inspire them more than somebody telling them what to do. You know, just go out and work your business because that's going to inspire your team.
They're gonna do what you're doing.
And I think it's exciting whenever you see like even if your Ruby upline, your Diamond upline, or when they say I signed a loyal today or I signed a distributor today, that's exciting stuff. Don't be afraid to post that within your team, you know, because if you're gonna tell them to go sign a loyal, then celebrate when you sign someone. You know, it gives you more clout in that.
So we really, again, throughout the rest of the year, we really need to be encouraging our teams. And the littlest things, guys, these littlest things seem to make the biggest difference. Just sending them a personal message on Facebook. Hey, I'm so proud of you. If somebody were to send you, I'm so proud of you. It's just those few words that just mean the most to people. Post on their walls. Write a simple note and send it to them in the mail. Just these little things can really make them feel
Like it may
really
seem like
important.
so simple to us, but to them, like it makes them feel amazing.
And back to the burst thing, I was talking to Alicia about this, but I've got about 20-something girls that are wanting to do this burst with me. And I'm gonna personally send them something in the mail just to kind of give them some type of encouragement. I've got things stockpiled that I've been buying over the course of the
I love it,
months, and so I just thought, what better way to like kind of get this party going than to send them, you know, a personal note for me, just saying, really proud of you for stepping up and doing this for your business, and I can't wait to, you know, to see where we're gonna be in the next 60 days.
Yeah.
So,
Guys, there's people who go from distributor to diamond, distributor to double in 60 days. So,
hello.
And they did it because they didn't necessarily do like a big burst with a group. They did it themselves. Like,
They had their own burst working.
That's for sure. Like if you're going to go to the next level, it definitely takes at least a 30 to 60 days.
yes,
Hard.
hard work.
And the
Like
first
hard
30
work.
days, you may not see much of anything.
It's commitment.
Like you may not promote in those first 30 days, but I'll tell you, you're gonna double promote the next month.
Yes, you will.
and when I look back at my business, and I've said it this entire year that last fall was my busiest time of year. And I never really understood like why last fall, like why was it so special? But then whenever I started my burst and I went back to 90-day burst, we did our 90-day burst last fall. And that's why last fall was my busiest time of the year.
And I feel like it just helps like all these newer people just get off the ground so much quicker. Like last year's was an amazing time.
For sure.
And it just set everyone up for conference because you already had the tools, you knew what you were capable of, and you knew what was gonna give you a result by having that.
Going back to like those, like sending, you said you're stockpiling some things, guys, if you're looking for just something small, like TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Home Goods, all of those places you can get pens and notebooks and all kinds of stuff to just.
Cute thank you
Yeah.
cards and, you know.
I think I got like a
Michael's.
50 packet of Hobby Lobby for like $5.
Michael's actually
Yes.
has something for you girls.
Hobby Lobby.
I was gonna
Yeah.
But yeah, Michael's is great. They have this cute little bin area of just
dollar
cute
things.
things.
Yeah.
And they're like office supply stuff. They're really,
And I love getting that stuff, and I know that everybody else does too.
That's your love language.
See, and it's not mine. I gotta make that mine. I gotta work on some stuff because I'm not like that's not my love language. So I'm like,
My love language, like for me personally, is time, but to do it for other people.
Right.
Yeah.
For sure. So, what's yours?
oh,
They're way bigger,
Precious.
that's why I
oh,
grabbed these.
that's so yeah. Mine's done.
Uh-huh.
I receive love that way. So
Okay, Pepsi over here.
Yeah, you want your hash brown.
Yeah,
And
I
then
I do. And then I know
one
you
of
love
them over here.
Candy Long Island. I know you love me if you have hash browns right on my
Okay, I have one more coffee.
Right here.
Oh, I love it.
Erica, would you like one more coffee? Whatever you say.
She'd like
Thank
a
you.
cute one too.
I know. I was like, this is nursing home.
He was the owner of this place.
We need to have a
Yeah,
conversation
we
with
need to
that.
have a-
Does anybody else have some ideas or anything you can do for our teams to just kind of encourage and send them love? Because I think honestly, some of the most successful people and it works are those who just love the most people.
Yes.
I kind of have one. I've kind of started just like doing like maybe a shout out of the week or something, you know, with one distributor where I'm really seeing like consistent posting, awesome posts, and then I ask my team to go to their page and really look at the posts, and I think that really teaches them.
Now, do you do a shout out on your individual team page?
Yeah.
Or do you do a shout out? Okay. on
Right
your-
now, it's just on my individual team page because I feel like I'm like trying to teach them how to use social media more,
Right.
and it really helps when they can see.
I've started doing, whenever I have a person enrolled to get their 4 loyals, instead of me shouting it out on my group page, I'm doing it on their personal page. So that way, like all their friends are saying, wow, they're doing really good in this business.
Yeah, like you, because I kind of struggle with that. I did that to one of my distributors, and she was just like I didn't say you couldn't.
See, I've never had that issue.
I'm like, well, you should be posting.
Right, exactly.
But then I was like, well.
See, I was
You were
doing
like
like a
one
little.
One bed
She
seat.
was like,
That's
Yeah.
just a med seat.
Yeah,
You're
most
not.
people won't care.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
telling you right now.
People love
It was like,
Yeah.
it was the one time I was.
The one time
Yeah.
No, I think it was
Please
me.
don't post on my wall.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
two, it works. And she was just like, I was ready.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry you're
Ready
ready,
or
but
not?
you keep me Alex,
Yes.
so you're ready now.
So be like, so first we're gonna work on your personality.
It was exciting.
Oh gosh.
Kind of like
Don't
your
let that
earlier.
scare you.
Yeah.
He was fun.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. I like that. Anything else? You guys got some ideas? No?
I get more like saying, okay, let's go to dinner or let's go to, and I'm one like, mine's my time. Like and sometimes we lead up, we can do it every Monday. So just like, hey, here's where we're gonna go to Starbucks. And sometimes we're not even really talking. We might be that we're all working, which I'm like, that's what we've all done. Yeah. But that gives me like, we can get FaceTime a little bit. We can shoot questions. I just like that physical just time.
Yes, I'm glad you that kind
Like-
of transfers into here. So let's discuss that because it doesn't matter if you are executive or you're Ruby, you have people underneath you. You have your own team at this point. So host your own meetings. Host them in person. Meet together for lunch. Meet together for coffee. If you aren't by your teams, do Skype meetings. Do FaceTime meetings. Do one-on-one time. Do one-on-one FaceTimes. Just that little bit of time means a lot to our people.
And like you said, we don't have to have a ton of people because whenever we first started our meetings, it was us 3 running them, and we had like 7 or 10 people.
And we didn't stop.
I think we got 11 and we were like doing jumping
We're like,
jacks.
we're at double digits. And that was 3 leaders running one training.
Yeah.
So if you are one
Like,
leader and
We
you have
all
two
have to
people
start
there,
somewhere.
Oh, absolutely.
I think we all had like 2 each,
Yeah.
so, but we didn't, here's the thing, when we had 7, it didn't stop us from doing it next month.
Right.
And it didn't stop us, you just gotta keep going. And I will probably be in tears when I actually see how many people are there today.
Oh, exactly.
We went from 7 people to between confirmed and navies to 170 today. So that just shows you just don't ever stop. You start somewhere, you have to start.
I mean, you don't start and just have 50 people there. Like,
No. And you don't start and have everyone on your team. Like, there are gonna be people who don't show up who you're like, you should be here. Well, just do it again and invite them again.
and even if you only have one downline member.
Yeah. You gotta start somewhere. Yeah. For
You
sure.
gotta start somewhere and you have to be consistent with it. So, make it a challenge for you for, either the rest of the month or into November to get together with your team, whether it is a meeting or a training or lunch or dinner or go bowling, whatever it might be, just you try to get together with them and because sometimes you might talk business and other times you might talk life, I have the best friends, right here and it's because of this business. So when we get together, it's together, we go have drinks and dinner, but do we talk about this? Do we talk about it? It works absolutely, but we can talk
It kind
about
of just
life.
integrates itself.
I
But
mean,
And they
it's our
started
life.
out as
Yeah.
meetings. I mean, they didn't start out with like, you know what I mean? They just started out as started. Yeah.
That did eventually happen. I just say that.
Her ambassador face is well off.
Yeah.
Catalog for good today. I'm usually the inappropriate one.
They didn't hear it.
Leah's like the surprise.
Yeah. So, yeah, anyway, some other things about, like our teams, we cannot ask our teams to do something if we aren't willing to do it ourselves. You cannot ask your team to go out and blitz if you aren't willing to do it. You can't ask your team to host parties if you aren't willing to do it. So, with that being said, be the person you want to be on your team. If you want a runner, if you want somebody who's gonna host parties, if you want somebody who's gonna be on social media, whatever it might be, you need to be that person for them. You need to be that runner. If you aren't willing to go to conference, if you aren't willing to go to meetings, neither is your team.
I don't know how long I prayed for a rock star. Like, I just wish I had a rock star on my team. Like, I just wish
So
I had
change my
somebody,
business.
yeah. But then whenever like I stopped doing that, and then I'm like, maybe I just need to be that person. Is whenever I think that I had a shift in my business. For sure.
Yeah. Because you can go in your head, I need a rock star, I need a rock star. Well, what is a rock star? Do you someone who's signing people? Okay, well, how are they signing people? What are the actions that they are doing to sign people? Do those actions, and others will follow. You can't just kind of generalize and say, I need someone to sign loyals and distributors. There's more to that. And I think it's so true. Like, and even as leaders, you'll get into slumps, you'll have bad months, you'll have bad weeks. It happens. But that's really like, okay, I'm gonna wake up today, and I did this month. I said, I'm going to do everything that I want my own team to do. And I'm just gonna celebrate each of those things that I've done. You know, and so don't be afraid to, as a leader, to celebrate that you've signed a loyal, that you've signed a distributor. But don't just say, I just signed someone. Say, I signed someone today, and this is how I did it. I tried to take a picture. I took my triplets. I had a meeting with 2 people who wanted to become distributors on Tuesday, and they couldn't do any other time. It was on their lunchtime, and I had the triplets by myself. So we were at Hula Hands for a business meeting. I had the 3 of them at one table, fist fighting at different points. You know, while I'm trying to have this conversation about the business, at one point Audrey comes over and they're like, "Oh, you're so cute." She picks her nose. Awesome. Sit down. Like, I mean, just terrible. They both ended up signing as distributors, and then have already signed someone else, and they already bought their conference ticket.
Oh my
The day that they signed. So it goes to show you, like, it's those kind of actions. It wasn't like, oh, I just signed 2 people. It's those kind of things that I want my team doing. Like, sometimes we just gotta put no excuses. I couldn't cancel this meeting, and if I canceled it because I had them, I wasn't gonna be able to do it until next week, and it wasn't worth it. So
And they wouldn't have gone to conference.
and they wouldn't have gone to conference. They wouldn't have been. I mean, all of it wouldn't have happened. So those are the kind of things, and myself included. Trust me, I tried to take a picture of them, and it was not good. And I was gonna post it. Like, if these like nose pickers can allow me to sign a distributor, anyone can. But those are the kind of things that I'm promising to up myself of just sharing that stuff. You guys can share those kind of things with leaders.
I think it's working with a sense of urgency all the time too.
Definitely. Right, like, you know, like, I have to do this meeting today, or I have to meet with this loyal, or I have to get this wow in someone's hand.
Right.
I'm definitely all about the urgency, because over time I've had way too many. If you don't, it's urgency. They're gonna sign with somebody else, they're gonna find an excuse, they're gonna use their money on something else.
Right. It's like with any business.
And I've done
You gotta
almost
close that deal.
2 whatever, but you have to.
For sure.
Be aggressive.
Be
Aggressive.
Be aggressive.
Um,
I need more coffee for this.
2 course of
She can't handle this this morning.
Cheerful.
You touched base on something I want to go over too. So you talked about, you know, you have your success, you sign your loyal customer, you got your distributor, you're celebrating your success. While your sponsor is probably also going to celebrate that with you. You tap into the next.
Okay, so here's my thing.
You know what I'm going with.
Yeah. So my thing is my downline success. I celebrate that, but that is not my success. I need to go out and find my own success. I need to find my own good thing for the day. Okay. So just because you signed a runner doesn't mean you're a runner. Okay. So
Or make it stop.
right. Like, it doesn't mean that you have to stop because they've stopped. We all are a team. Yes, we're a team, but we own our own business. So the minute you start thinking, well, my team's doing great, or my team's not doing great, and you start reflecting whatever they're doing, it's going to affect your business. And in turn, it's going to affect those that maybe were on the ledge of going one way or another. So celebrate your downline success, and, you know, don't let yourself get wrapped up into their failures either, because it's not a reflection of you as a leader. Okay?
Our success is it's ultimately up to us.
Like, my success is me completing substance success every month. It's not my team completing the substance
And
success
you are
every
not
month.
unsuccessful or successful because of me.
Right.
You're not unsuccessful or successful because of your sponsor.
Doesn't mean that I don't go to her for advice to help me. Doesn't mean I don't go to her for advice when I'm having a bad day. But I don't look at Alicia to be like, all right, well, I'm one loyal away from this. What are you going to do to make this happen for my success? She's working on her own, she's working on her own thing. Okay? And I think that's important. That's not us telling you guys that as leaders. You guys, you need to let your teams know that. You know what I mean? In nice ways of like, your step is not my step. I can't.
We don't need to deviate away from the steps to success. Like, our teams have got to know there's no secrets. Like, it's the steps to success. It's completing those as many times as we can in this business. So we're gonna have the people, you're going to have the people that come into your business and who don't complete the steps to success and wonder why they're not successful. They may even blame you.
I was gonna say, they're gonna blame it
Not
on anybody
being-
but themselves.
Yes, successful.
Oh, I know, I see.
I'm still a baby. Hey, Mama, I can see you trying to do
That's what I told her
phone
when
and
we
the
walked in. I'm like, I'm gonna tell you, Erica's
It's
probably
gonna
gonna
steal
steal your
your
baby.
Yeah, go for it. You take notes. I'll take out. Yeah, no, you're fine.
There have been numerous people who have come to us as leaders and said, well, it's your fault that I haven't been successful. And
We
That's-
can't place that distributor underneath of me.
yes, it
Oh,
is
God, yes.
not our jobs to ensure that you're successful. It's our job to inspire. It's our job to motivate and to teach.
And just to show by our actions.
Yes.
Show by your actions.
So-
Go back to that.
But so when it does happen, like, don't let that reflect how you are as a leader. Don't let that kind of determine if you are a good or a bad leader, because if you're doing your job and you're doing the steps, then that's all it takes. Ultimately, some of those people are going to quit. It happens. You know, a lot of people are going to come into your business, and a lot of people are going to quit. We each get our own ratio. And you know, as you become a distributor, you're going to get your own ratio of the amount of people that you talk to. Okay, the amount of people that you talk to versus the amount of people that are going to sign up. You might talk to 20 people and end up with one person who signs. So your ratio is 20-1. And you all might sign 50 people and one's going to be a rock star. So your ratio for that is 50-1. You're going to have a ratio. People are going to quit. It's just the way, that's just the
You
name
can't
of the
take it
game.
personally. I had a girl quit on me this week, and she's a good friend of mine. I've known her for 15 years, and nothing I could have done would have stopped that. She needed to do her own business, and I guess expected me to do it for her, and I'm not going to because it's not my business. And I don't think she really liked that, and
And I think in the same sense, sometimes we think like, oh, this person's gonna be a rock star, and then they quit on us, and then we feel defeated. But then again, like, there's people that we feel like they're not really even gonna do anything in our business, and then they turn out to be a rock star. So then at the same sense, like, we can't treat one person differently than we treat another person because we think they're gonna be amazing at this business. Like, I think it's a lot of the times the people that we don't think are gonna do anything with it are the ones that do, and the ones that we think are gonna do amazing.
Well, and my thing is, I don't give anyone a title that they don't.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yep.
Like, even though I met with these girls and they both signed and one signed a distributor and they're going to conference, I mean, I'm not giving them any more love than I'm, like,
Right.
that looks really good. That looks like a rock star right there. But I'm not, until I see you haven't signed a loyal or distributor yet. So I can't, so I'm still focusing on everyone else. I'm not pouring into these two saying, they're going to be what gets me from here, from presidential ambassador. I don't know that. So don't rely on this girl. I want this girl to sign because she's going to be so amazing. She's going to change my business. Don't go into that until you signed her and you see her doing.
Which is proved.
right.
Doesn't mean you're not loving on them until then. But don't give anyone a title that they have yet to deserve, because they'll break you if they don't follow what you had in mind for them. Okay.
When you look at your team that you have now, don't expect every single person that's in your organization to be there when you go ambassador.
It's a sad thing to come to realize.
But like, so I don't know how many of you watched Pam and John Eric's Periscope the other night. Absolutely amazing. But what blew my mind is every single distributor who joined in 2001, from when the company became a business, not a single one of them are still with the works today.
not a single, I was like,
Not one.
Not one that joined in 2001 is with It Works.
And could you imagine being with It Works for 14 years at this point, where you would be?
You'd be a billionaire.
And so that's just like a reflection of our business, like, and that's like with mine, like whenever I went diamond, like there was only one person that was on my diamond chart then that is still in my business today.
And I know we're gonna talk about this a little bit at the meeting this afternoon, but I would say when I went diamond, I had 54 distributors on my team. It takes 24, 25 to go diamond. And I remember having the conversation with Alicia, I'm like, how do I have 54 people?
Why am I not
Why am I not diamond? I have 54 people. This is crazy. Like, how is this?
so many don't do.
No, but I'll tell you, of those 54 people, I got one right there who's still here. I've got two actually, because you came in the second half. Yes. Like, and that's it, of the 54 people. That was my ratio. But my second set of team, I said, since last year, I said, this is the team I'll go ambassador with.
And it's not always your person enrolled that gets you there either.
No.
That is
So,
another thing, guys.
Don't, yeah.
Yeah, it's.
Alicia knows firsthand.
Yes. Well, you're personally your personal shit. You're not.
I'm not. Yeah.
So, like, your rock stars might not be the people that you sign. So just keep signing people and keep teaching them to sign people, because eventually the rock stars come up. Eventually cream rises to the top. So keep signing people and don't get discouraged when you have somebody that quits. How many people do you think out of those 50 you said two? How many do you think will quit, like, within your diamond organization? You're kind of freshly diamond.
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot under me, but I would say I've got maybe like 40 personally.
But how many do you think have quit?
That have quit? Oh God.
Exactly.
Because I've got
I mean, if you look at my top line, so this was on, there's a
I try not to
thread
count the
on
people.
diamonds and above. So how many people do you have on your top line?
I only have 5.
I have over 30.
What? On your top
Oh.
line?
Yeah, when I go to her preview, I'm like,
That's how many people have quit on me.
Oh
Yeah.
my. And you always
I'm
know
over
that
30.
the top line people are always the ones that end up quitting. Which
Yeah.
drives me
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like
And
a
I only
person at
have
the top.
five,
line.
I have five
I'm not
working
gonna put
legs
them on the
and I
top
have
line.
over 30 on my top line.
Yeah, I think I was at the right time, or I heard the right story. Like I think it was Ashley Sinclair when I was doing the business, and she said she only had 5 on her top line. So I just doubled mine up. Like, and that was that thread on Diamonds in the Buff doing
Yeah.
double every night. I'm like, I always double up. People who aren't working, I place.
well, they would sign and then they'd be gone the next day.
Right.
Yeah.
I double up on that.
Exactly.
Yeah, double that one.
So I am, oh
Yeah.
God, I've been there between 30 and 40.
Yeah. Insane. But guys, this is not to scare you. This is to show you that if I would have quit when I was in a diamond and I had 54 people, I wouldn't be here right now.
Or if you
So-
would have quit when you had people quit.
Right. I mean, I could. There was 52 people who had quit. There was 52 times that I could have thrown in the towel because they threw in the towel.
I mean, I could have quit when I hit diamond and every single person but one quit,
Right.
like within a month's time. Like,
Right.
I
And you
should have
could've
quit
quit.
then,
Right.
but
Right.
Right.
Can I? Yeah. Okay. Do you want me to? I don't mind being here. Is she first like every episode?
Just that bottles. I can chant.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Get my little baby fixed.
All right, any questions so far? We're gonna kind of get into some fun stuff, comp plan stuff now. Yeah, any questions? Okay, raise your hand if you're not yet a diamond. Okay, all right. Each of your goals should be to be diamond by at least conference time. If not, by the end of the year. So, make that your goal, write it down, put it on your mirror, put it somewhere where you'll see it every day, and figure out the steps that you need to take to get there.
do your own verse if you need to. Do a verse with your team. Like,
Diamond.
We're gonna talk about why do you want to get to diamond.
this is my favorite part.
I want to see first, before we go over this, I want to see what your goal is by the end of the year. Or let's rephrase. I want to see what your goal is before conference. What do you want to be going into conference? So we'll start
By
here. We're gonna go around the
February, so
room.
that'll be February, the first week of February. So we're gonna end June.
Say your name and then what you want to be before going in. Who's going to conference?
Got my hand raised high on that
I
one.
think everyone here.
Freaking awesome. Okay, good. All right, so announce your name and then what your goal is.
Jennifer, and my goal was to be done by the end of the year.
Okay, so
Okay,
going
so by
into conference.
Set up or double.
I would love, have it set up, ready to go, double diamond.
Perfect. Love it.
I'm Christine, and yes, my goal was actually the same as hers, so I'm gonna at least be diamond by conference.
Perfect.
Christina, diamond.
Crystal, double by the end of the year.
Double going into conference or triple?
I can't think
I
that
think you
far.
could be
Oh.
set up for triple easily.
I think so too.
I think set up for triple was
I
very
think it
doable.
scares you.
It scares
to
the
even
shit
say
out
it.
of me. Sorry guys on the other end, but
I think
Just saying it
I
is.
think too that's the scariest part is saying it.
But like, I think we all know it's doable. Like,
it's very doable.
it's
Double by the end of the year and
Set up for
strong.
What if you would go into conference and your lanyard would say triple diamond? Think about that.
Considering my lanyard from conference last year said Ruby, and I wasn't even paid as Ruby.
Freaking yeah.
exactly.
Great. That'd be awesome. That should totally be your goal.
And save all those
Just
Ruby,
throw
or
that out
save,
there.
save the Ruby lanyard and all your other lanyards. So whenever you're up on stage, flash all of those lanyards.
Yeah, that's a, ooh, I like that.
Love it.
I'm Melissa. My goal is hopefully double by next month. I'm working on my next emerald,
Awesome.
and then probably, hopefully triple by conference if not set up. So.
My name's Michelle, and definitely diamond. My goal is diamond by Christmas. So.
Good.
I like it.
I'm Jamie. My goal was emerald, but you guys are getting me really excited.
You
Go home
You
with
can
the best
totally
girl,
do it.
I know.
Yeah.
My name's Nicole and definitely diamond.
Awesome.
Andy and triple by end of January.
Woo! Love it.
Yeah.
And that craziness.
Yeah.
Jamie and I need to be boxed in for double by
I like it. Austin for double.
I'm Jessica, and my goal is to be diamond by the year.
Awesome.
Leslie boxing for double by conference.
Heck yeah.
Brittany are the same.
Awesome.
Kylie and triple by conference.
Love
Oh,
I knew you were
gonna
gonna say
it. Mama don't play.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm Leslie, and I will say box 10 for triple five.
Awesome.
I'm Megan, and my goal has always been triple by the end of the year, so whatever that'll mean.
Oh my gosh, well, you got a triple.
I know,
I mean, it'll all be set up to.
Got you. Yeah, you have no choice.
Right? It's free.
Raven double by the end of the year.
No.
And hopefully double by.
Awesome.
Hi, I'm nervous now. Oh my God. So my goal by the end of the year is to be diamond.
Awesome.
Totally doable with your
Laura, I'm gonna be a diamond by the end of the year. And
I'm going to be. I love it.
Yeah, I'll be a solid diamond going into the
Megan, I'll be diamond by
I'm just using my backpack.
I know.
I don't
want to take your off.
I have to do that in life. Conference right now.
You're going.
You're going.
You're going. You're going.
I'm going diamond.
Okay.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
I love it. Chrissy? Krista?
I'm Chrissy. I will be presidential by December 31st. And working on ambassador for
I love it. I'm Ashley. I'm gonna be triple by the end of January.
Yes.
Love it. Hell yeah, I will.
Hell yeah.
So excited.
All right, Erica, so my goal is to go into conference with my last leg that has to go double, my top line. That leg at Diamond boxed in for double. So that's for Ambassador with my last thing. So,
Oh
yeah. So, Ambassador, March 31st.
We got it written
I
down.
got it written down.
All right, my goal is 2.0 to double before conference.
Wow.
So 2.0 to double, and I'm saying top 50.
I love
Yes,
it.
that's whoa,
Can you
that's
explain that to
scary.
me?
I mean, you could do
I
that.
don't think everybody knows what that is.
Yeah.
Okay, so after you go ambassador, I don't know if they're still doing it.
I know,
They
and it's
kind of turned it off. They turned it back on. I don't know. I was able to get a second spot. So I have my Alicia Geck, who's at ambassador, but I have another Alicia Geck spot, which I started completely fresh.
It's on your top line.
It's on my top line.
So you can have yourself, your husband, and a
And
2.0 spot.
So 3 incomes, 3 pages.
Just like a second.
So I'm that's scares me forever.
Okay, in top 50
Toss salad.
pay last year,
Is that no one?
Like what
what
was
was the average probably for a top 50? Just to show you that, like, I would say
35 up to 40.
a month.
What was that? I'm sorry, I missed it.
35 to 40 a month was like top
It
50.
was like top 50 pay.
So,
I mean, I wasn't even making half that in a year at the salon.
yeah, I know, right? And that's gonna make it a month, but,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's my goal. Love it. But
And that's gonna be higher next year, and you'll be there. Look at these triples
I mean, because we're gonna be there
doubles,
too,
and diamonds.
so.
I know.
Right?
You can be 50 and I'll be 55.
guys, I can't even just tell you like what it's gonna mean to sit in VIP and
Yeah, I'm going to conference elite.
yeah.
No,
Like
no
that.
lines for this girl.
I could like just cry just for that.
No, I
Just to have you guys there with me. I haven't been able to sit with anybody.
So this is
On
what I
my
show you
team.
guys, so you don't like quit. Okay, so when I joined Alicia, I went to my first corporate event and it was boot camp. And it was in Atlanta.
That's the first time I met you.
Yeah, this was the first time. And I
Iron your jammies.
Our first Erica experience.
I think I broke out some TLC, with an eye patch at one point. But I went, and Alicia was the only one that I really had known at that point, and she was a triple diamond, which meant she sat in VIP because it was triples and above. And so in 3 years, this conference will be 3 years, we've never sat
I've
together.
never been able to sit.
So that just goes to show you, like,
So
you
we
just
got
don't know
up
your
2
leaders.
hours earlier and sat in lines.
Yeah.
And
And everyone who's not gone to conference before, listen to the girls who have, and don't think they're crazy when they tell you to get in line 2 hours before.
Guys, you
But
have
it is half the fun.
set your alarms like early for conference and go and you be that's when a lot of the connecting happens.
Oh, I loved it.
Relationships,
Yes.
like I think relationships are huge in this business. They kind of like not only do you have somebody else besides yourself holding you accountable, but we wouldn't be friends if we didn't go to a corporate event. We wouldn't
Crystal,
be
I
friends if we
remember
didn't go
us
to a
all
corporate event.
sitting together outside these doors, together, like talking business, talking life, showing pictures, looking up the crazy girl who we met at the bar on
Strategizing how we're gonna run to the front and not break an ankle, Chrissy.
Yeah.
Chrissy,
What?
I said strategizing how we're gonna run to the front and not
Yeah.
break an ankle.
Yeah.
I remember one time I was on crutches because I just had my knee surgery and I about got ran over because I was in the way when the rush came through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just a fun time. So you're gonna go, you're gonna sit there with your butt on the floor. I mean, luckily it's all inside, but you will
And
sit
then
in
you
line.
see VIP going through it, and that's when you put it on your dream board that you can be VIP.
Because like here you are sitting in lines, and like, you see all these people like walking by, and they're like
That's Nick's
celebrities
dream
walking by.
board.
I'm so excited to see you.
I know, and you know, like, I'm just excited to see Nick finally do it.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you worked so hard, honey, to get to VIP. It's like all that man has wanted. It's
There,
there.
and then, yeah, so then at Green Carpet this past year, Eric and I were like, we gotta be triple by
Triple
Green
by
Carpet. And then like she hits triple and I'm like, no more lines, Erica. And then I hit triple and then we're like, no more lines. And then we find out that
6 days later or something.
it's presidential and above, so we didn't get to be a VIP.
So, yep, 1 year.
So this will be the first.
Yep, VIP stuff.
And
So,
I'm gonna hurt somebody if they say it's ambassadors only.
No, we already double checked that, trust
It's
me.
already on there.
Yeah, Nick looked, that was the first thing. He was like, I don't care if the site is shut down, get on somewhere and find out that it's open.
As he's snoring.
Yeah.
Is that the cutoff too for VIP, just like VIP?
Yeah. I would think, because I don't think you could do January and then probably right into that. Yeah, so just go, guys, and know that it's gonna be different than you've ever expected. But just listen to those around you. Connect with those. If you've not been and you have a team going with you, say, hey, who's been? Where should I go? Where do I need to be? Everyone, no one leaves each other out. I mean, Chrissy and I were sidelines, and there were days that I would go, and my team went, and then the other day Chrissy went, her team went a little earlier. But we didn't do it where we sat there.
Yeah.
Like Chrissy didn't stroll in 5 minutes before that. We just got like an extra 45 hours. Yeah.
How long?
Yeah, we did get there at 6. The doors open at 9. And then usually like Chrissy and them all got there at 7:30.
Right.
Yeah. So they all got there at like 7:30 then, and then sat with us still for the next hour and a half. And it was the same thing. So just find those sidelines within, you know.
It should be your guys' you, right here, doing this for all of your teams, you know?
And
Getting
you-
them all organized and getting everybody together and saying, okay, let's get up, it's 6 o'clock, we need to be in line. So this is like huge. If you're sitting in the back of the room, I can tell you, it's just, you don't feel it as much.
So be front and center. I've never not been. Someone taught me that very early. I think
I
was.
was. My first conference, I actually went as a double, and we strolled in late, and it was sat in the back. So.
And one year we went and we had front row, and then the previous year before that, we were in the back, like close to the back, and I had so much of a better experience when we were in the front row versus being in the back row.
So if that means you don't sleep, you have to come an hour early to get that experience, do it. It's worth it. So.
You can sleep on the flight home.
Yeah, right. Oh yeah, we don't sleep much.
But you're gonna be so pumped up from
work.
Yeah.
I say you can sleep. I'm not saying you
No,
will,
like,
but
yeah,
You probably won't.
I never slept on the way home.
If for some reason you're planning on leaving Saturday instead of Sunday, make sure you don't miss the last hour of conference.
What
Because
time
that's-
does conference
Last
go
5
till?
minutes.
It usually 5-ish.
I have to be home Saturday night. I'm trying to.
Yeah.
The last 5 minutes is why I'm paying for it.
Yes,
Yes.
honestly, it is, it
Yeah.
lasts like
Are you
5
leaving
minutes.
Saturday night?
Oh.
You
Absolutely
have to be
not.
back with the triplets and everything.
Yeah. I mean, if you're gonna fly out, I
Have your
would fly
tax-
out
would
till 8.
Get the latest one you can.
Yeah, because the
I'm
last
fine.
Because you're gonna be there 2 hours.
in the
early.
last 30 minutes, usually Mark does a whole speech and like a
It's
pump
building
back.
up to the last 5
Like
minutes.
chills just thinking about Mark.
Yeah, like
I just got them.
Yeah.
Down the spine.
Drop the mic.
Yeah. Yeah. So you want to the last bit on Saturday is the most important.
For sure.
By far.
Bawling, crying.
Bring your tissues.
Yeah. So, and like I said, reach out to those who've been there. So you girls are all in charge who have like done this. Because now look at you guys. Where you were last year, you may have gone to movies and distributors, and now you're doubles and triples and all of that. Like now you guys.
And it
are
is amazing to see the amount of people that you had. Say last year it might have been just you, and then this year how many people you're taking.
Oh my gosh. It's insane.
I know.
Okay, I want you guys, if you have been to conference, take your lanyard. Do you all still have them?
Somewhere.
Let's see the differences between this year and then 2016. The differences in your lanyard.
I have a stockpile of lanyards.
I don't think I have them.
I have some rubies and diamonds. I have one double diamond.
But I don't think I even have like the car. I don't think I have anything. But I have I don't know last year.
I've got one.
I'm real nostalgic, clearly.
Like you threw them away.
Keep like, away.
So here's a thoughtful gift that you can do. I had like 3 or 4 diamond lanyards, so I'm like, I don't need 4 of them. So 2 of my girls, or I might have only had 3 because I made sure I kept 1. I gave 2 of my diamond lanyards to 2 of my girls that said, okay, I have this, now I'm passing it on to you. Like, you are my next diamond. So, I mean, that's just something thoughtful that you can do, even if you're just a ruby, like, give it to one of your new distributors and tell them, like, you see them as your next ruby.
Yeah, I really like that idea.
Okay, so let's chat about Diamond and like why Diamond is important, why we need to really, really focus on that before. We'll do about 15 minutes of this, and we'll do 15 minutes of question and answer, and we'll peace out. So, everybody knows what our fast start bonuses are, okay? So, you sign a distributor, you get them fast start qualified by them getting 2 loyal customers, we get a $100 fast start bonus, okay? So there's another bonus that comes along when you go Diamond, and it's called the Diamond bonus, but we refer to it a lot as cabs, because they used to be called cabs. And these bonuses will literally blow your mind. Okay, this is where big checks come from. Big checks come from. Anywhere from like 20 to 40,000 a month. I heard, of leaders getting just a cab check. Okay, so I want to talk to you about that and talk to you about why like Diamond is definitely where we need to be, why we call it the license to print money. So okay, you get the fast start, but once you go Diamond, the system, our eSuite basically takes a picture of our organization. After you hit Diamond and you sign a new distributor, that new distributor is now Diamond coded to you. Okay, which means you sign them, you get the fast start bonus, but you're also going to get a cab bonus. So as a Diamond, your cabs, should we write this down? On what?
I know, I don't know. This on a notebook.
So your Diamond cabs are $80.
Just you don't care. This is your.
It's fine, you're good. Yeah, you're fine.
I didn't realize it was actually your plan.
No, you're good.
So you're gonna get your $100 fast start bonus from signing this new distributor as your Diamond distributor, okay? But you're also going to get an $80 cabs. Okay, we're teaching them to do the steps to success.
Okay, so you're getting this fast start.
Yep, fast start and then an $80 cab.
Now your fast start's gonna be paid weekly, and your cab's gonna be paid monthly on your check.
Yes. So far, they got 2 loyal customers, you just got $180. Okay, we're teaching them the steps. We're teaching them to go get their loyals. That's why we got that in the first place. But we're also teaching them to get distributors. Every single new distributor in their downline, in their organization, from this point forward,
Whether or not you sign them.
you don't have to sign them.
But she goes out and she's going Ruby. So she goes and signs her 3.
She got her 3 distributors. She's teaching them to get their 2 loyal customers. Every single time that happens, you get $80. Okay? So they go Ruby, which is 5 distributors. You got $80, $80, $80, $80, $80. They go Diamond.
Oh my gosh.
Okay? You just got $80 times 25. What's going on over there?
He's excited about
so
cabs.
So guys, this goes on. Every single new distributor that gets signed in that organization under this Diamond cab, you're gonna get $80 every time they get 2 loyal customers. That is why we do not deviate away from the steps to success. We make sure every single person knows to get 2 loyal customers and get them fast start qualified.
This is personally enrolled.
No, this is
Originally, your first
Yes.
cab is a personal enrolled.
This is why you never go to management mode. Never. I'm never going to just say, here's how I'm going to teach you all how to do this, but I'm not going to do. If I'm not doing, I'm not having.
She's gonna be enrolling somewhere along those lines to start.
If anything, this is more important for me to be enrolling distributors than it ever has been.
Yes.
And it doesn't matter where I place these. This girl here, okay, that we got this, sometimes she's level 7 that I've placed her in. She doesn't have to be on my top line. Wherever I place her, I'm just cap everything from below.
I don't know if you guys said anything about this, sorry, but this is why it drives me insane when people are so picky about not getting a Diamond bonus or a double bonus or whatever. Because this,
Blows that out of the
I
water.
make more money on my cabs than I do on a bonus.
I mean, I have $75,000 in bonuses, and my cabs are more than my bonuses.
Yeah.
My cab one month was what I paid for my first car. Like that I had a loan for.
Yeah.
And that's what she said, like, some people are having
I've literally
$40,000
seen-
cab checks.
So it's a one time, just like your best starts, but it keeps going. Okay, so this is 80 for diamond. It goes up to 120 for double. Once you go double diamond, again, the system takes a picture, and every double diamond coded person after that, you're gonna get $120.
So you're gonna have your diamond ones and your double diamond ones.
So like the diamonds, whatever's in that picture continues to go, plus it's not like that stops and then you get the double.
Okay, right. No, they keep going.
Like I still get double diamond caps.
Right. Right. So what you'll see when you get, say for me, an ambassador, I have people who are ambassador, I have people who are presidential, triple, double, and diamond coded to me. So it breaks it down. I get an $80 cab line. I get a $40 double one because if somebody can be double coded to me and not diamond coded to me. And I get a $15 triple, I get a $10 presidential, and a $5 ambassador. So those are all broken down.
Like I'm coded to Alicia presidential, so anything I do in my organization, she gets a cab as a presidential from anything that I
So let's say
It's
Ashley has,
145.
yeah.
Okay,
So let's just say she has
$145
60
cab.
people in her organization and they all fast started. What's 60 times $145?
A lot of money.
Thanks, Ash.
You're welcome. But this is why you wanna go diamond, guys.
That's almost $10,000.
Just in cabs.
Just in,
And like you would get that on your.
All for a person.
A one person, and she could have several, you know, when I get my cabs at the end of the month, it might be a cab that I have on Melissa, but it might also be a cab that I have on someone else, and they're signing, because I've, you know, so it doesn't matter, like, you can, it's just not one person, it's multiple people, so imagine what, right.
This is why diamond is so important. Like push yourselves just to get to diamond, because once you're there, that's honestly when your checks start getting really big.
And get yourself the double, because
Yeah,
that
that's-
double cab at 120,
120, that's the biggest,
I mean, that's where I saw, I mean, you see that jump in the,
and that's where your biggest gin is too.
it was, that was insane. I saw my first, I think I saw my first like comma in my cab and double. Like, there's a comma.
And this is why like those good bonuses don't have anything on diamond bonuses
Yeah.
at all.
No, because your cabs and your gins, that is what's gonna sustain your business over a long period of time.
Right. You only have the good
Your
for
good
2 years.
bonus, you don't have forever. So, gins, that's the second diamond bonus that you get. So basically, okay, when you go diamond, let's say you don't have any diamonds underneath you at this point. Let's say you're the diamond, there's emeralds and rubies and executives underneath you. You are gonna get paid an additional 2% off of everything in your organization. So it takes 10,000 volume to maintain a diamond. So let's just say it's 10,000. So you get 2% of that, plus 5% if you personally enroll. So you can get up to 7% added onto your checks with the gin bonus.
So if I personally enroll the distributor and she's my emerald and she has 8,000 in volume, okay, I'm getting 5%, an extra 5%, less than 2. Does that make sense?
So
So
let's
you
say
still want to
7%,
enroll.
7% of 10,000 is $700. So that's another $700 added to your check.
All this adds up so quickly.
It does.
And that's
You're
when,
gonna see money like piled up on it, you know.
And 10,000 is just to maintain diamond. So you could be a diamond with 20,000 in volume. When you go to double, this is your biggest gin. Okay, you get your biggest cab as a double, and you get your biggest gin as a double. So this was 2% and 5%. Gin 2 is 4% and 5%. So you're going to get an additional 9%. Okay, but that's out. This is going to kind of get confusing here. Okay, so you have your first diamond in a leg. Should we stand up for this one?
Yeah, I think because we do the ruby thing to show people, but you guys need to understand this, why we want you to go diamond.
Okay. I'm the double. Okay. Come here. You be diamond. You be my diamond. Okay. She's my first diamond.
Oh, sorry, can I just like show you guys? Yeah.
I'm like, I can't get this.
You go right here and you go right there. Okay, she's my diamond. Let's say she's a ruby and she's a ruby. Okay, so I'm gonna get my first gens. Gen 1 are coming from these people outside of her. She's a diamond, so I'm getting outside of her. Okay, an extra 7%. Okay, she's Gen 2 because she's my first diamond. It starts at your first diamond in any leg. So if you have diamonds across your top line, they're each going to be Gen 2 for you. So you're going to get 9% off of everything in her organization.
Because it's her second gen.
That's my second gen.
Because I'm a diamond, so I'm getting the first, I'm getting a gen.
You're getting the Gen 1 off the
Does that
people
make
in your
sense?
piece. Yeah.
So then she's getting the second gen because I'm a diamond right below her.
Okay, and the
Gen-
rubies are
there's
under
Gen
you as
1.
well.
Gen 1. There's
There's
just
Gen
Gen
1.
1. They're not, she's not in second gens because they're not diamonds yet.
Yes.
Diamonds yet.
Okay.
When they go diamond, she's going to get the second gen on them.
My
And this
question is they're direct for her. They're not under you.
Correct. These
Okay.
are my
Yes.
top
Right.
line people.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
So my organization is mine that I'm getting Gen 1.
Okay. Okay.
These are
Okay.
additional to commissions.
Correct. Yes.
Okay, so here, let's say you're a double now. You're her diamond. Okay, I'm a triple. Okay, so I'm getting Gen 1 off of her. She's on my top line, not a diamond. Okay, Gen 1 over there. Gen 2, Gen 3. You add a gen every time you promote. You get Gen 1 for diamond, you get Gen 2 for double, you get Gen 3 for triple, Gen 4 for prez, Gen 5 for ambassador.
And I'll tell you, I still understand all this.
No,
It's on my paycheck.
As long as it's on my paycheck, I'm good.
Some people do, some people are like, okay.
Yeah, no,
Alicia gets this. So if you ask me a compensation
I'll tell you
question,
to go ask Alicia.
usually yes. But no, I just know that I look at it and I'm like, Gen 2?
The only
Whoa,
thing
like-
you have to remember is outside of your diamonds.
And this is another reason why you don't let anyone slip through the cracks too. Like, that's why you love on all the people because they're gonna you're gonna be, genning them eventually. So,
And having them.
yeah, all of it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Get to diamond. That's why we say get to diamond, guys. So
Okay.
all this hard work that you're doing is to get to diamond and double, so you can have these benefits.
It pays off.
Yeah.
all right, we have 15 minutes before we are heading out the door. Questions? Anything?
No, there's no question.
Did we blow your minds?
I have a question.
Yeah.
So, with Facebook posting and Instagram, what is the best time, like throughout the week to do?
Throughout the week or throughout the day?
Well, see, I'm tricky because I'm a teacher and I cannot be on Facebook during the day. And so I was gonna set up to automatically post like before and after work, because I would get in trouble if I posted throughout the day. So I just can't do that. So I personally think like Sunday nights are really good. I get a lot
Here's
of
what I would do if I were you, okay? I have my notes section completely full of things that I'm going to post. I have an app that has them ready to go. I would post something before you go into work, and I would post something as soon as you get out. I would have it ready, and all you gotta do is like, okay, post. I would do it every day.
Yeah.
I wouldn't pick one day.
That's gonna be my goal for myself.
And that's a good
Members
burst
of my
though.
team who are very leery about doing social media. I do it quite a bit. I don't do it every single day, so that's gonna be my goal for myself. But I have a lot of girls who do not want to post on social media. And then, it's like, okay, well then let's have a party, I'll come and do it for you. And it's just kind of, I'm at the point where every idea I'm giving is getting shut down. So
And you just work on you.
Online parties, I don't know how everyone else feels about that, and it is not fun. Great. Just keep doing them. Okay.
They will get
Because
better.
they
will. I started out with my online parties back in April-ish. And I had maybe like 50 people show up to them, and most of them were distributors of mine. Well, I didn't even have like most of my distributors show up to the party, but it gets better. I had participants of like over 100. You just goes back to what Crazy said, be the leader that you want on your team. Like you just keep doing it, keep being consistent, keep doing the parties, keep inviting different people, because they will Like, it's just the law of nature. Like, if you just keep doing it and keep being consistent, you're gonna reap the benefits. I promise. So just keep doing them, keep being excited, mix them up a little bit. So people will show, I promise. Now, question about that. I know some people keep their parties private. I've done it both ways. I don't know what you guys feel about doing.
I do mine public.
I do mine private.
Yeah, and I don't know that I have a reason. Here's my thing. I do mine public because I haven't had a negative experience yet of someone coaching or someone being on and not being negative. I just haven't had a bad experience yet.
Yeah.
So that's why I just have kept mine public. But the minute that happens, I'm going to private. I think
Me,
there's
for
benefits
me
to both.
personally, if I were to do mine public, it would
Because you're
be
in
really good.
Right.
Like I would have
Yeah, to baby.
1,000s, 1,000s of people who aren't even on my team.
That's kind of where
Jump
I
in it.
was at when I did my public. Like, I had a lot of people jump in that weren't even on my team. And I hate to say it, but like, they were, like doing it for my girls. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
it's true.
Yeah, it is what it, and I know we're one team, one mission, and I understand that. But if I'm gonna put in all the legwork and take so much time doing these and making sure they're perfect, I don't even know the person that is showing up to them. I mean, I don't even know. So that was the only issue I had so far with doing the public. But otherwise, I mean, I probably had a few people unfriend me on Facebook, but
I
They're not paying your bills.
They're not paying my bills.
Share the other
Did
night.
you?
Love it.
Love it.
I
Love
sat
it.
back and was drinking and.
What did you do?
You have to do.
I haven't used it yet.
Love it.
I used it and I loved it, but I forgot to do my check-in post.
What you said the opportunity.
Go.
Or what
I
do
was
you
praying
find?
at like 7:58.
I set it up.
I love it.
I know. It's all lipstick and leadership.
I posted.
Okay.
I
still have a letter
too.
Oh my God, that's
genius. It's, what's it called again?
Send share.
So I use that too, and the only issue I've run into, yeah, I love it, it's fantastic, but my friend the other night had to back out, so she wanted me to do her party, but it wasn't originated from my Facebook account. And so I couldn't use the Share invite, I guess, has to originate from your Facebook account. Or you
so you
can't
can't-
post to the party.
Gotcha,
I
so you
gotcha.
can't,
But it took me the first time about 2 hours to get it all set up. But then the second party, it was like,
Yeah.
done, ready to go.
So Chrissy, that's what you used for our
There's
last
a good
one,
Yes.
first thing
Gotcha.
right there,
which
set
is
up
why you
a,
had to
like,
do the times. Makes sense.
So sure, yeah, I mean, you don't have to do it for
30
invites.
days.
Good.
And then I don't have to worry about waking up on time.
yeah.
Yeah,
Get it,
like,
8 o'clock, here's your.
And then you can actually participate.
Right.
That's what was nice about it.
I
You
did
don't have to
notice
do
the
it
other
just
night,
on events.
Mandy was doing her party and she started commenting on a different page, like, and I'm like, how is she doing that?
Oh.
Yeah. See, normally when I do mine, I'm like, all right, leaders,
Oh,
start.
yeah.
meeting." I'm like,
Let's go.
I can't be there.
I'm
like,
sweating, I need to
yeah,
go over
yeah.
here, yeah. So,
Especially because I'm working, I have a new Apple and I'm still not, so I'm like, oh my God, I was nervous even thinking about paste and copy and getting this at this
Right.
time. And then I found that and I'm like, I'm going to try this. And it was awesome. So, but if you're gonna do a party a week or even every other week, it's lower. So.
And that's a tax write-off.
Yes.
Right there.
Awesome. There you go. And it's Cinch. C-I-N-C-H. I was not hearing that correct. I was having a hard time.
She said it's not showing up, and she has send share, S-E-N-D, I'm like,
No,
well, that's
well,
not
I
it.
actually had sent. And it autocorrected, so, but, yes. Cinch. Share.
any other questions?
The only question I have is, I know I've talked to you about this before, is vendor fairs, quarter auctions. I know they're hard, you're giving a lot away, but what is the best route to go? We have so many in our area.
Okay, I haven't seen great success with quarter auctions for my team. But I think that all depends on your area, per se. I've seen people lose money. You've done a couple quarter auctions.
I was telling them on the way over, I always set up something and try to give a free wrap away so I can get numbers, emails, and, both names, all that stuff. So like I was telling her, I have like 15 people from my last night one, and then the one before, like a couple days before, I'm gonna just try to get a party out of it. So I think let's just get your name out there. You're not gonna do well, but it's trying to call those people to get parties where I've already got 2 women interested in parties. And always with my stuff, what I do like a gift certificate, like a $10 gift certificate to redeem with me. So they'll come over and buy, some a wrap, or they can redeem it towards becoming a loyal or something.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
And like you said, the wrap parties too. So then a gift certificate for a wrap party where you get a free wrap and alcohol. So just I would bring wine. So just trying to get, parties generated.
I like that. Like, I always, once I found it's like a vendor event or something like that, it's just a big blitz event for you. It's not about, you're not gonna sign people as loyals at your table. You're not gonna sell a lot of wraps across the table, but you are gonna get your blitz card in people's hands and you're going to get their contact information.
And always stand, because last night, the one I did, the advocate was like 2 tables over. That girl was eyeing me like the entire time because people were coming up to my table buying stuff, talking, and no one stopped there. But they said the whole time, did not talk to anybody. I was upstanding. Anyone that kind of looked, I'm like, have you heard about it? Work, they were taking all my stuff.
Yeah. And what did I tell? She's like, I got this couple over here eyeing me. And
I'm like, do you want me to get you some sparks?
Yeah. No. And she goes, she's like, I go, well, go over there and ask them, have any of you guys earned a $10,000 bonus this year?
Yeah.
I was like,
and I kept bringing it up, and she kept hearing me. I'm like, yeah, this guy was
someone.
talking to me on it. I'm like, yeah, I want a cruise. I'm going to Florida. I got a $10,000 bonus, and you could just see her like looking and just.
Yeah, I was like, don't let them intimidate you.
Oh, yeah.
Ask them if your business is handing out $10,000 bonus.
I think I intimidated her, so I was excited.
Yeah. So I think it's just a big vendor event. I will tell you one thing I did, and there's one that I do every year at Christmas time that I really like, and I would book a bunch of parties out of. And I actually took our flat screen from our bedroom, which wasn't like crazy big, but I put it on my table and I hooked it up to my computer and I did a slideshow on there. So I mean, literally I was taking it from my room, which luckily had a stand. So just you don't have to do that. Just have visuals that's going to maybe bring them to your table or allow you to have a conversation real quickly and say, see this, would you love to book a wrap party and, let me introduce this stuff to you.
Ensure you have wow.
Yes.
Make sure you're wowing.
Have a big mirror, like a cute mirror that they could put it on right there.
That was
Where do you
big
live
for me.
at? Where do you live?
By Alton.
So.
Yeah, I had a lot of people take wow last night. Samples, Nat and Greens on the go.
I'm doing a health fair this week. The one you did at my job like a year or 2 ago, I had that one this week. What would be some good tips because obviously I can't, it's a health fair. I'm not going to talk about wraps. So, because it's a health fair, so I was thinking more like greens and supplements and okay.
And I would definitely get the wow on people.
And I like the idea where she said take a mirror. Where people can see it working on themselves.
Okay.
Have them video it with their phone. All right, guys.
We've got
Go
to
get it set up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sneaking out to go run my office.
We just go to the bar there again.
Yeah, I can send her back here if you want, because I know she's not bartending.
Thanks for tuning
So
in,
I'm
guys.
sneaking out.
Bye, guys.
And then that way we can right up there.